Okay, as San Diego Comic Convention 2018 comes to an end, let's do a bit of a wrap up. There are a lot of reveals, and the ones I'm really interested in are the Transformers, Marvel Legends, and the Star Wars Black Series toys. And those are the things I'm looking forward to in the coming year, 6 months to 9 months down the road. And I'm really, really excited in what Hasbro has shown us. There were a lot of other reveals, but for this video, we're going to focus on those three things. Okay, so let's start with Transformers. So the big reveals were the Transformers Generations, War for Cybertron, Siege, and this is the start of the new trilogy for the Generations line. And we've been getting a lot of images from Hasbro, and a lot of them seem to be repaints like Chromia. We get in. Nova Star, and no, Nova Star's part of, I think he's going to be Power of the Primes, but you get Chromia. It's a rehash, repaint, but we get some new stuff. That Ironhide, it looks great in robot mode, but I'm getting the feel that, I didn't understand it in the beginning, but these are Cybertronian vehicles, and I thought the robot modes were great, but alt modes are going to be in Cybertronian mode. We'll have to wait and see. But the Ironhide and the Hound, they look great in robot mode. As we've seen these new minicons or mini bots. I think are micromasters. I think Hasbro is trying to bring back those micromasters, which they put out after they severed ties with Takara Tomy briefly back in the late 80s. And we get Optimus Prime, obviously, in Voyager mode. This is interesting because even in Cybertronian mode kind of looks like an Earth-based truck. You get Sideswipe. Wow. He still looks like a Lambo. Looks like a Countach. So I'm all in for that. Ultra Magnus. I had my doubts on this. A lot of people were saying, oh, it's a cool Ultra Magnus. It's very Cybertronian, the alt mode and all that. Robot mode, I'm not sure, but it kind of looks like he's going to be a parts former. The trailer turns into an armor, which is, I'm not sure I'm going to like, but we'll have to wait and see. Hound looks great in robot mode, and it's a shame he's going to be in Cybertronian mode and not a real Jeep. It's like a Cybertronian Jeep. So I'll have to wait and see. You get Chromia. I'll probably just get Chromia just for the sake of getting her. Just complete the fembots. Then we get Optimus Prime, a Voyager class that's sort of like a G1 version of himself. So that's great. Okay, and the Ironhide, like I said, looks great in robot mode. And yeah. Okay. The other big reveal were Walmart exclusives. Again, not interested in any of these. They're G1s, except for Bumblebee. I have a G1 Bumblebee. I bought it off a collector, but this one has a new head sculpt, so it'll be pretty interesting to see how that comes out. So Devastator, Rodimus or Hot Rod, not really interested in that. Is Soundwave first? Wait, did I miss this? Why is there a Soundwave? Did they just put that in? They probably just put that one in. Oh, okay. It's a new... Is it Target? Is it a Target exclusive Soundwave? Interesting. The Combiner Wars Soundwave. They're re-releasing it. I sold off mine, so I might just go ahead and get that. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, and then now for the Bumblebee movie toys. Yeah, they all look great and all, but I feel that they're more for kids. And what I'm really just interested in are the Studio Series Bumblebee movie figures. And this whole gimmicky thing, I'm not getting it as of the moment. I don't understand it. As well, it's probably gonna be a cheesy gimmick, but who knows? I'll probably just wait for the Studio Series. Okay, speaking of Studio Series, there was okay, here we go. Dropkick. Wow, looking fantastic, looking phenomenal. But I hope he's great in the movie, because that movie's gonna If I hate it, I'm not gonna get it. But Studio Series looks good. An Apache Attack Chopper. Cyberverse, I've seen some of the figures already. I don't think it's for me. I know what Hasbro is trying to get that animated feel, a little bit of the edge of Transformers Prime, the quirkiness of robots in disguise, and sort of getting a G1 feel, combining all 4 shows in one. And I think they're going to end up pleasing nobody with that, but we'll see. Okay, Ultra Magnus, like I said, this feels like it's going to be a parts former for the armor, but who knows, maybe I'm wrong, so we'll have to wait and see. This was new to me. Bumblebee, the Entertainment Earth exclusive Retro Pop Highway set will include, instead of the Camaro, it will include the 2 cassettes plus the Beetle, the Gold Beetle, as Gold Bug, I suppose. It looks great. I'm so tempted to get this one. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to wait and see. Some third party, Walmart. Okay, Bumblebee movie, Jada Toys. Okay, and ooh, this one was interesting. This is for the Generations line, the Siege, War for Cybertron Siege Cog. And he's going to turn into like an armored vehicle. Interesting. I'm going to have to wait and see. I have mixed feelings about it. I think I'm going to hate it, but we'll see. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, so that wraps up Transformers. I think the Transformers toy line had a great weekend at San Diego Comic-Con and just looking great. Yeah. Okay, let's move on to, let's do Star Wars first. So let's go to Jedi Insider, and see what the wrap up is gonna be. I've seen a lot of from Hasbro Pulse. We've seen a lot of, they've been posting a lot of images of their upcoming Black Series figures, and they're all looking great. Playsets, not really a big fan of this. I'm trying to move away from the 3.75 inch line, and they're using cardboard now. So I guess Hasbro's gone cheap, and no idea why they're using cardboard. Look at that. Really? So they're trying to be environmentally friendly, I suppose. Yeah, these look great, but I'm just trying to get out of the 3.75 inch line, and no, I don't think so. Okay, this was great. Archive. The Archive line, they're trying to sort of re-release those initial Black Series figures for those who have missed out on it, and because they're like going for ridiculous amounts of prices on online and in secondary markets, because Hasbro doesn't, they're old figures, and people, it's very hard to come by now. And if you're a collector, you need all of these things, even the first ones. And that was one of my biggest mistakes. I missed out on this figure because I felt, not really a big fan of the jumpsuit and all that. I was going to wait for another version of Luke, and man, this was ridiculously priced, especially the one in the Kenner card back. But now Hasbro is releasing it under a new sort of subline for the Black Series called Archive, and it's going to come in new packaging, which is great. And as we do this review, you go online, all the prices of these old figures, the one done in the blue line, in the orange line, prices have dropped significantly because these newer ones are looking slightly better. I mean, they've improved the paint, especially the one, the Luke Skywalker. Wow, IG. This never came out on regular retail here in Manila. Only hobby shops had it, and it's going for like $80 to $100 online. And now the prices have dropped because they know Hasbro is going to release it and trying to get rid of stocks right now. But if you're the hardcore collector, the old packaging might still be of value for you. But if you're the out-of-box collector, this is great news for fans. Like this one, they've given Luke that new face painting technology. Wow, so excited for this one, and it's supposed to come out late 2018, early 2019. Very, very excited to get it. And yeah, definitely, I hope we get to see a lot more of the old characters, old figures that they released years ago. and into the archive line. And this is a good thing. This is a good move for Hasbro, because if you remember back in the 80s, Masters of the Universe toy line from Mattel, it was great. It was such a wonderful toy line. It really competed against the Star Wars line, the G.I. Joe line, and all that from Hasbro. And Mattel had a winner. But the problem that Mattel did as the years went on, 2 years, 3 years came on, they just started producing the extra characters, the minor characters. So if you were a new character, no, if you were a new collector, and you want to start Masters of the Universe collection, it was impossible to get a He-Man, Skeletor, Trapjaw, Man-at-Arms, Teela, and the older characters, because those were the characters you saw on the show, and you said, I want to get a He-Man, but Mattel stopped producing it, and it was a pitfall that they had fallen into, and it really ruined the line. Nobody wanted the new characters. Everybody wanted the classic. And Hasbro has been very careful from falling in that trap. And yeah, we pick on Hasbro. We chide Hasbro for saying always, come on, stop giving us Iron Man. Stop giving us Bumblebee figures, Optimus Prime figures. Yeah, we've had enough of those figures. Why do you keep repacking them? Why do you keep making those figures? And that's essentially the reason. They don't want to fall into that trap of not catering to new collectors. So if you're a new collector, you want a Bumblebee, you want an Optimus Prime, you want a Megatron, you want a Starscream, there's always a figure, there's always a toy that Hasbro's a toy line that will have those characters. So you'll never be sort of out of the loop. You can always begin your collection at any point. And I think that is brilliant. And a lot of collectors seem to hate it because you can't get enough of it. But that's Hasbro's way of keeping the toy line alive, so it doesn't go the way of Masters of the Universe. And I think Super 7 did a great job with this. And when they took the reins off of Mattel for Masters of the Universe Classics, they started producing He-Man again, Man-at-Arms again, Teela, and it was great. If you're starting that collection, there was an entry point. You could get back the old characters, the characters you wanted, without having to pay scalper prices online and all that. And this is what's happening here with Archive, and I like it. I'm all for it, okay? Now, more Black Series. Finally, we're getting the characters we need. Like for Rebels, Chopper and Ezra. All we need now is Zeb, maybe Governor Price, maybe some of the other minor characters like, I don't know, some of the Mandalorians or Agent Callus. It's all very exciting. So thank you, Hasbro, for that. Wow. Okay, I've sold my entire collection of the vintage collection line. I mean, I was moving away from 3.75 inch. I was just keeping them mint on card. I couldn't play with them because I would ruin the value. I decided to sell them to buddies, my several buddies, collectors who were really into the line, who would take better care of it than I would. Sold off my entire collection, and now Hasbro does this. They come up with really exciting vintage collection toys, and I am like, do I go back to 3.75 inch collecting? And I'm like, Hasbro, why are you doing this? And I'm like, oh, maybe if they go on clearance. I'm like, that's never gonna happen. So I'm like stuck whether if I should go back to 3.75 inch or not, and it's making it very difficult. Hasbro's driving a hard bargain, and I'm, oh wow, look at that, Darth Revan. I don't even play the game. I mean, I don't exactly know this character. I mean, I know him, but I'm not emotionally committed to this character. So who knows? I don't know. We'll see. Okay, look at that, Ezra. Because so far, out of all the Black Series figures that have been released, I want the archive figures, at least that Luke Skywalker figure. I need that. But for this one, okay, so from the Solo movie, no, probably not. No. Ezra, definitely. Leia, oh yes, need that Leia. Han Solo, definitely. Agent Holdo, she was okay. I liked what she did, that light speed ramming and all that. I think it's a great looking character, but I don't know. Black Series, I'll probably review it, pass it on to a buddy. Ezra, man, come on, look at that. Lightsaber. This is her. This is his first look. Like, this is not his final look. When he, if you watched the whole Rebels as the season ended, he had change in costume, change in hair. I like this. I like the original look. So yeah, well done, Hasbro. Oh, see what I mean? Vintage collection, man. It is just coming back with a vengeance, and it is tugging at my. Oh my goodness! I go back to 3.75 inch. I am so tempted with this Imperial TIE Fighter. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna get it. I'm probably gonna get it. I don't know. Look at that. One of the things when I was a kid, I wanted a TIE Fighter. TIE Fighter and an X-Wing. The original trilogy TIE Fighter. It was impossible to get when I was a kid. And now Hasbro. Wow. Come on, man. Okay, Leia, definitely. We need this. Oh, wow. The Hoth Leia. Man, very nice. Okay. All right. Enough drooling. Oh, okay. Kotobukiya. Clone Wars. Okay, here we go. You know, a buddy of mine, one of my friends, like, told me, Luis, okay? He's a good buddy of mine. He's into Marvel, but he mentioned to me, like, Clone Wars, it's coming back. And I was like, yeah, I know. And I was like, and he says, there's a trailer out. And I was like, really? Okay. So I checked the trailer. And I was like, yeah, man, it's going to be about clones. It's okay. It's a great idea. Like Resistance. You're going to talk about the pilots, investigating the First Order. But this one, I hope it's just not going to be about clones. And then they show Anakin. And then Obi-Wan. And then, oh my goodness, Ahsoka. As long as Ahsoka's back, I told myself I'm all in. I'm sold with the new Clone Wars continuation by Disney. And sure enough, Disney, Lucasfilm, Dave Filoni, they all delivered. And it's good to have Ahsoka back. Very, very excited about the Clone Wars. Maybe not so much the toys, but just the show, definitely. Okay, exclusives. If you're wondering, I'm not interested in any of the Star Wars San Diego Convention exclusives. The only two things I'm probably thinking of getting, which I've pre-ordered at a local hobby shop here in Manila, is the Primal Throne and Power of the Prime's Primal Throne and the Defenders box set. Those are the only two things I am looking forward to getting. So we'll see. Clone Wars saved. Wow, absolutely wonderful. I love this poster. Really cool. Okay, Hot Toys. No, definitely not. Wow, look at that Ahsoka bust. Okay, like I said, more 3.25 inch black. Oh, come on. No, this is a Black Series 6-inch. Val, I liked her, but probably won't get it. This is one that's tempting. It's the police stormtrooper on Corellia. Very tempting. We'll see. I might get it, but if I review it, I don't like it, probably pass it on. L3. Man, I like this droid. Just like K2SO. I'll probably end up getting the Black Series figure, so who knows. Yep. Leia, as I said, definitely. Yep. Dengar. Man, this was my first ever Star Wars toy in the 3.75 inch line by Ken. I had no idea who he was. Could care less. I hate the character. I don't know. I love this character, Dr. Afra, in the comic books, and I am so tempted to get this one. Definitely. This is probably the year I sell off all my vintage collection and I go back to collecting it, which is stupid. I can't. Oh my goodness. This one is like great to have. If you buy it, then you buy the speeder from the Solo toy line and get rid of the 5 points of articulation, figuring that this is the one you put in that. And I'm like, oh man, I will have to get the Black Series first of Enfys Nest though, the 6-inch version. Oh, look at that Death Trooper. Wow. Come on, Hasbro. You're killing me here. You're killing me. Val. Okay. Okay, Dengar. And finally, some Marvel Legends news. Man, this really got me excited. I mean, I quit collecting comic series Marvel Legends, and then Hasbro, what does Hasbro do? Bam, they come up with a Kingpin figure. I mean, the other Spider-Man figures I could do without, but the Kingpin figure, wow. I mean, it could go well with my Cinematic Universe Defenders. I don't know. We'll see. But that's not what really got me excited. It's the X-Men figures that are, you know, just getting me back into collecting these comics. Professor Xavier. I need to complete these Jim Lee X-Men figures and Professor Xavier. Then we get yeah, these are the Kingpin figures. Blink, okay, maybe. I'm curious why they put Blink first. We all know this is going to be a Mystique figure sooner or later, right? So Blink, curious choice for Gambit. Finally Gambit in the Marvel Legends. Jim Lee's Gambit. Wow, so excited for that. Okay, not really. Nah, the 3.75-inch Marvel, I'm done with this. It looks great. Nope, no army building for me. Already have that. Ultron, wow. I like the take on this one. It's a more unified color. There's those red bits, the red paint apps here and there. Loving it. Yep, very, very nice. From the Spider-Verse cartoon into the Spider-Verse, not so bad. Spider-Ham, yeah. Okay. Yeah, see, this is a tribute to Toy Biz. And oh my goodness, no, I have to be strong. I don't need these. No, I don't need it. Nope, don't need it. I don't need these figures. Oh, that Vision looks really nice. We'll see. And this is the one that got me like jumping off of my seat. It's a accurate comic book Archangel with two unmasked head sculpts, and a Death's head, extra head. Now, there is a claw. I'm guessing that's for Apocalypse, so that you can... I'm thinking it's not a Build-A-Figure. It's like they just wanted to put it in as an extra. If you have the Apocalypse Build-A-Figure, that you could use that. Like what they did with the Red Onslaught head, the Magneto head. They put it in with another X-Men figure. So that's interesting. Finally, we get Magic. I mean, years after the San Diego Comic-Con Book of Vishanti, we finally get a single packed Magic, and this is gonna sell like pancakes. And I can already imagine that Book of Vishanti price is going down because of this announcement. So we'll see. Wow, it looks to be the same figure, maybe some slight differences in paint here and there, but it's still the same mold. And well, they gave her another sword, more accessories, pretty cool. And the Spider-Verse Spider-Man, which is, I'm not really interested in that. Okay, so I guess that's it. Nope. Some really good announcements, and I'm really looking forward to what the Hasbro has to give us in all three lines that I mentioned. And I think the most I'm excited with are the X-Men figures, the Archive Black Series figures, as well as the upcoming figures, like Leia, Han Solo. And for Transformers, it's the Studio Series and a few of the War for Cybertron Siege figures. So I hope you've enjoyed my little recap. I do apologize that my previous two videos did not have any audio. They did have audio. It's just I was too stupid, and I used my headphones, and I used the microphone in the headphones to do my commentary, and I had a lot to say, and I realized your voice would only be recorded if you use the actual microphone of the phone, the receiver, and I'm too lazy to redo it. So I hope this more than makes up for that. Thank you guys for putting up with my videos. I really appreciate it. And here's more reviews to come after all that's been announced for San Diego Comic-Con. Boy, lots and lots of toys to review for you guys. So there you go. Hope you've enjoyed it. And until next time, thanks for watching.